What's going on, America? This is Kevin in Kevin's Corner. I apologize for the noise. I have some neighbors that's being loud for nothing. They're just making noise for no reason. I think they're cutting their grass or something. I mean, they couldn't wait until I got finished with my video. I don't understand. Don't they know they're living next door to Kevin in Kevin's Corner, who does his videos on his front step sometimes? The nerve of people. Anyway, speaking of the nerve of people, the nerve of non-productive, almost losing her mind, Nancy Pelosi, okay? So President Trump decides to cancel the meeting with North Korea, all right? You gotta play hardball sometime with dictators like that, okay? It's kind of like if you was in the wild and you got two silverbacks that confront each other. They're gonna test each other to see who got the most clout, okay? Because they know all the other female silverbacks are looking like, girl, look at him. Oh, you see all that silver on his back. And then they beat their chest a little bit, and they want to show who's the toughest silverback. So Kim Un hit him with the Rambo. He drew first blood, talking about how we might have a meeting, but it might be on a nuclear field or something like that. Basically going back to his old school rhetoric of threatening America about what he's gonna do. So Trump decides, okay, all right, since he's talking reckless, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pull out of this meeting and let him sweat it out. So after he does that, instead of Nancy Pelosi, which they never learn, okay, always hasty to jump out there like, ooh, this is opportunity to make President Trump look bad, not realizing all they're doing is making themselves look bad, unpatriotic, and they might as well be playing for the other squad. They might as well be playing for the Russians. They might as well be playing for the North Koreans. All of that stuff. Remind me not to put them on my team, okay? Halftime comes, I go in the locker room, I'll come out, look over across the field, and they're on the other team's sideline, exchanging numbers, asking when can they come and get a tryout. So you can never trust the Democrats. But anyway, she had the nerve to go viral with this crap, okay? She just said, you know what, I'm gonna take an opportunity. Hopefully it won't backfire on me. There could be just a practical reason why Trump would do this, basically putting his foot down and saying, you're not going to muscle me. You're not going to be out there talking crazy, throwing out threats, thinking that we want this meeting so bad that we're willing to accept you blabbing off at the mouth like the people in Iran did when Obama was trying to negotiate while they're still out there talking about death to America and death to Israel. See, I think that would have been the appropriate time to say, hey, no. We're not going to let you talk to us that way, okay? Use your big boy words when you're talking to us. And until you can do that, we're not going to have a conversation. That was the time for them to do it. But no, they didn't do that. They looked all past that. I'm sure it's just rhetoric. They're just kidding. Let's hurry up and get this meeting done. So Trump decides, boom, cutting the meeting. Now, instead of Nancy saying that was a smart negotiating move, because see, I don't see Nancy. Nancy can barely hold a conversation. So let alone negotiate between the Russians, between the Iranians, between the North Koreans. Did you see her on TV the other day? Her conversation was a whole bunch of fragmented sentences. It was all over the place. It was like inside of her brain, just everybody was just changing the channel. She was like, like the oil lake, what, you? No, tomorrow, maybe, Trump, crazy. You know what? What? Who? Me? No, that's not. And thank you. Come again. It was all over the place. I think she's losing her mind. So she has the nerve to let somebody stick a mic in her face and they're asking her about the North Korea thing. And here she goes.
I think it's a good thing for Kim Jong-un. Here you had a thug, a person who killed all his own family members.
Wait a minute. So she's saying for Trump to cancel this meeting, it was a good thing for Kim Jong-un. Now, is she carrying water for Kim Jong-un? Is she complimenting him? Is she saying that he basically came out on top? Is she throwing our own president right up under the bus, okay, like the Democrats always do? Because it's never about Americans. It's never about the squad, the home team. It's always about them, their power, and making themselves look good while they make the opponent look bad, regardless of us all being Americans. It's not about that. It's about how can we set it up for the next election by saying Trump didn't do this and look at him and you know what? Oh, we don't care if what he's doing could benefit Americans. See, we don't care. We don't care if everybody get blown up. long as we can make him look bad. Okay, we don't care about that. So she has the nerve to say, this is benefiting Kim Jong-un. But then she does the unthinkable. Nancy Pelosi starts calling Kim Jong-un names. Is she racist against Koreans? How could you call this man this? He is not a thug. This is just a man that's trying to do right and make a better life for the North Koreans. That is it. And for you to go out there and call this man a thug is unimaginable, because there's a little light in everybody. I don't care if he killed his own family members. I don't care if he starves his people. I don't care if he threatened to blow up all of us and South Korea and Japan. He's still a human being, and he deserves respect, Nancy. Let's hear it again. You just hurt my feelings about this. Say it again, Nancy.
Pelosi saying in this whole North Korea dust up, Kim Jong-un is doing okay.
I think it's a good thing for Kim Jong-un. Here you had a thug, a person who killed all his own family members, a person who runs a police state being legitimized by the President of the United States. They were on a par with each other. He got global recognition and regard. He's the big winner. And when he got this letter from the president saying, okay, never mind, he must be having a giggle fit.
All right, at least we got it.
Sigh. Do you hear this woman? Do you hear the wicked witch of the West up there like,
I'll get you, my pretty, and your little dog, too.
she might as well just straight come out and just somebody throw some water on her while she's up there at the mic and let's watch her melt. For her to come out there and say stuff like that, did you see the letter that he wrote him? It was almost like he was just sucking up. But forget the fact that he said, listen, if you keep this up, we're going to blow you completely off the map. No. What happens is now he's softening up and he put Kim Jong-un on the map. You know, now everybody, he gave him a platform. Yeah, a platform to get blown up if this man does not come to his senses and negotiate this. And then my question is this, Nancy, where were you guys at? Why didn't you and Obama and the rest of the crew get Kim Jong-un to the negotiating table? Or how about this? How about getting some hostages back? How about even trying to get some hostages back? What happened to Otto? I mean, he was over there under Obama's watch, and y'all just let him stay over there. No negotiating, nothing. Just completely turned your head as while they just firing up the reactors. They over there cooking it up. They're over there cooking up all of the uranium, and you over there like, I don't see nothing. What? You smell that? Is that nuclear fallout? Is that uranium? What? No, I don't think so. Anyway, come on, y'all. Let's get back to pandering. Let's get back to identity politics and making promises to the American people that we have no intentions on keeping. That's what you guys were doing, all right? So for her to get up there and say this, only in efforts to try to get some brownie points and gloat a little bit over this whole thing, it's so dumb. It goes to show just how ridiculous she is. That's why I'm concerned about Nancy's mind at this point, because I'm going, Nancy, don't you understand that this is Trump's negotiating tactic? This is him saying, you know what? I said that I hope things work out, but if they don't, I'm okay with that. I could walk away from this, okay? See, that's how you have to be. When you really want to negotiate, the person you're negotiating with have to know that deep down inside, you don't care. One way or another, those nuclear weapons are getting out of there. Bottom line. So now, knowing that, if I'm the guy negotiating, I'm saying, I'm really trying to do you a favor by negotiating with you peacefully, trying to set you up, trying to hook you and your economy up, keep this from getting ugly, keep it from going to war. I'm trying to be peaceful. I'm trying to bring you into a civilized situation. But because you want to act a fool, we're going to have to go the other route, okay? Either I can draw you to a civilized situation or drive you to a civilized situation. You make the choice. And so the bottom line, nobody's worried about that, okay? But Nancy is trying to make it seem like Trump lost and he has no right to be out there negotiating these big matters. This is for the big people like us who don't know what we're doing or talking about. This is for all of us career politicians that never get anything done. And in fact, because we have all of this experience And we've been in politics for like 40 years or so and made millions of dollars somehow, even though we don't have no products or businesses to sell. We made it off of you guys that we've been manipulating for about 40 years. But nonetheless, don't pay attention to that. What I want you to really see is how we know how to get up there and talk real good and make it seem like we're being diplomatic, but never get it done. It's not Trump's fault that Iran, started talking reckless and we gave them billions of dollars and didn't get no results out of it. It's not his fault. We were in power when this was happening. We're the career politicians. It's not Trump's fault that under President Obama and Bush and all the rest of them, Kim Jong-un and his pops was over there brewing up nuclear weapons that this should have been handled years ago. It's not Trump's fault, but yet us career politicians who knows how to be diplomatic, our diplomacy, it didn't work, but that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. See, long as you can look at our credentials on this paper, that shows that we know stuff. Yeah, we know stuff, and we know how to talk good stuff too. No results. Don't look at the results. Just look at the credentials. That's it. So hopefully that will make the American people put a little more trust in us. No, that's not what we're doing. We're laughing. And that is why we voted for President Trump. Because even though his tactics are a little harsh, I can relate to it. And apparently Kim Jong-un can relate to it. And see, when you know somebody is just as crazy as you, something got to give. It's going to come down to who's the craziest or who has the most ability to back up their craziness, which is us. So some choices got to be made one way or another for Kim Jong-un and for Nancy Pelosi to take this opportunity to go tiptoeing across the field to the other team. It's going to come back to bite her in the primaries. And I see other Democrats, they were asking about this today, and they was like, Nancy, she be tripping. Like when she said the animal comment and supported MS-13. I mean, I'm not saying she, because the Democrats, you ain't allowed to disagree with each other in that party, So even if they say crazy things like Crazy Nancy and Maxine and all of them, you can't just say, they crazy. You got to kind of downplay it. Nancy, I think I did see something like that. Nancy, she sure is crazy. Well, do you have a comment about it? What? Of course I got a comment about it. But you know what I'd rather talk about? I'd rather talk about coming up in the 2018 election. Yeah, pivot. Because they don't want to throw her under the bus because they know she's nuts. Now, you've been listening to Kevin's Corner. If you like this video, hit like, share it. Find me on Facebook, find me on Twitter. Check me out on Wednesday nights at 7:30. And if you want to support Kevin and Kevin's Corner, you can do so. There's links in the bottom. Take care. I'll see you next time in Kevin's Corner. I think I'm going to walk over next door and find out what's making all the noise. God bless you. See you next time in Kevin's Corner.